Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Israel in Style. I'm Emmanuel Kadosh, here to give you all the updates on Israeli fashion, culture, and lifestyle. So, International Fashion Month is among us, and with that comes tons of new collections, timeless and upcoming designers, and of course, tons of crazy fun fashion. So I have the best way to start the show. Take a second and imagine all your dreams come true. Picture waking up one morning and deciding that whatever it is that you're doing is simply not enough, and then taking the leap and going after your dreams. Well, my next guest did just that in just a few short years. She's collaborating with one of the biggest brands in the fashion world today. The jewelry brand taking over Tel Aviv, HOC Crown's founder and designer, Ginat Rotem, is here with me in the studio. Hi, love, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Well, co-designer and founder, because you are doing this with your husband, right?
Exactly.
There's a very cute story. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your brand and what type of jewelry you're designing?
Wow, thank you. Well, exactly like you said, I met my husband in 2013, and then we felt like our daily jobs are a little bit boring, you know. He was a CPA, I worked in advertising, and then we decided maybe to take you know,
The leap.
The leap, exactly. So we started slowly to work with jewelry on Saturdays and Fridays, and it happens really fast. We started selling on fairs and fashion sales, and we got this really huge, you know,
Collaboration.
Before that, lots of stuff happened.
But a lot happened. You guys have been doing this for what? You said about 4 years,
Yes.
right? And so what was the big step for you?
Well, there were lots of steps on the way, but I guess opening the store was our biggest step, because it's not working from your house anymore. It's like taking a big step to the street, to the high street,
right?
And the customers have more expectations from you, because you're not any longer this small, tiny designer that can do mistakes.
Right. You're sitting on Dizengoff Street on one of the busiest, and most common streets in Tel Aviv for, young designers, new creators, stuff like that. So you guys really, you didn't even take a step. You were like, okay, let's go from designing at home, let's take it to Dizengoff.
Yes, when you do this switch in your life, it's like you're going to do it all the way.
Definitely.
You can't do it slower than that, because we really wanted to know that we're doing, if we're living this comfortable life and doing this risky stuff, risky thing, so we better take it really serious.
And you better go all the way. Like, no
Exactly.
stopping, no doing it half. Like, you have to go, full speed. And
Exactly.
clearly, that worked for you guys. Tell everybody who you're collaborating with, because I'm so excited about it.
I'm too. Really, I'm not believing that it's really happening to us. But yes, we're working with Dior, Christian Dior.
Dior, people, Dior, if you didn't hear that correctly. That is insane. How did it happen? Tell me a little bit about the story.
Again, everything is happening so fast. Well, 3 years ago, we used to work on Dizengoff Center Mall. Downstairs, there is a fashion, like a new designers level.
Like fair type.
Exactly, on the weekends. And then one day, he came to our booth, this really handsome guy. His name is Sharon Tzarfati.
Sharon, shout out.
And he bought a pair of just earrings, like silver earrings, studs, and went to his way, and then came back after a month and got another pair of earrings, and then another month passed by, and then he came again. So I had to ask him, like what's going on?
What are you doing here? What are you looking for?
What's going on? And then he said, well, I'm a makeup artist for Dior. I work in Paris, and I wore your earrings, and Cara Delevingne loved them and just took it off my ears.
So you had to buy another pair.
Exactly.
Cara Delevingne, you're not going to give her an Israeli designer's jewelry. You're going to do it. You're going to support, right? So he gave her the jewelry. He gave her the basic earrings,
And he didn't even tell us. So he just came again and bought again. And then he said, and then I told him, listen, if this is something that happens again, you have to take a picture and show me. I don't believe you. This is not.
You're making this up. Like, there's no way it happened.
And then another month passed by, and he came back to buy another pair of earrings. And this time it was Karli Kloss that took his earrings away.
Okay, so two of like the most known celebrities, I don't even want to just say models because they're just so known
They're-
all over the world,
exactly.
are rocking your basic stud earrings.
And then this time I even got a picture.
That's
and
so
it was
exciting.
amazing. I couldn't believe my eyes.
So that's so exciting. And so
Yeah.
you guys, are you making something for them? Are you guys collaborating together? How does it work?
So they wanted someone local and someone that works with very high-end materials.
Right.
And crafting, like the manufacturing is local as
Right.
well.
Which you guys would know if you saw our previous show where we went to
Remember
literally
that?
where you manufacture HOC Crown Jewelry.
Yeah, that was fun, right?
That was fun.
Yes. So everything happened so fast. I first of all I said yes, let's do this. At the beginning I really thought that they want us to make a collection for them, for Dior,
Right.
with nothing to
Like, have fun, here's your collection.
nothing about Hot Crown. But then he said, no, we want Hot Crown's name on the collection with Dior, and we're gonna launch it in our boutique on TLV Fashion Mall. Is this happening? Is this really happening to me?
Amazing.
And we
so
worked
that
so
just
hard.
actually shows, going back to the story for people that, you just explained the story a little bit, how you guys really just took a leap of faith and went after your dreams and did something that not everybody would do. And 4 years, that's like nothing. That's nothing amount of time to be collaborating with one of the highest ends in fashion.
It's really, really amazing. You can see the collection on the photos behind you. This is the Dior symbol, the star that
Right.
Mr. Dior is well known with. We worked on this collection very, very hard. And to be honest, it couldn't happen without our really good team.
Right.
We all women in our little company.
Yes.
All
All women plus your husband.
Yes.
All women plus one of the main designers. So he must go crazy, but
he's
still.
He's used to me calling him another...
One of the women.
one of the women. And we wanted something edgy and yet to look fine and that everyone can relate to.
Right, because you guys are doing a lot of, delicate jewelry, but using very, very, high-end quality products, and also doing a lot of, diamonds and engagement rings and stuff
Yes.
like that. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you
I'm
very
so
much.
excited.
Thank you.
I'm glad that, we met before this whole thing happened.
Exactly.
And so I'm sure this is just the beginning. Like, so many
Wow.
people are going to collaborate with you guys. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For everything.
Listen, if you are in Tel Aviv and haven't checked out the Hot Crown store, I have nothing to say to you, but if you're heading to the Holy Land and you have no excuse to not stop by, looking to get some ideas for a gift for your girl, do yourself a favor and go visit the Hot Crown site. You're welcome in advance. All right, if you keep up with Israel in Style, you already know what's next. Here with the latest on Israeli and international news, my love, Noah Bonet.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Everyone's already used to you by now.
Yes, I'm not a special guest anymore.
You're not
I'm a
that
regular
special
guest
anymore. But you're still my favorite. So
Yes.
why don't you tell us a little bit about Fashion Week in Tel Aviv?
Fashion Week, such a unique event into
yes.
Tel Avivian Israeli fashion industry view.
Right.
Okay, so this year the Fashion Week is happening right now as we speak. 3 days at Mitcham HaTachana, which is
the old train station for all of you
Yes.
for all of you internationals that don't speak Hebrew.
Sorry. So called in Hebrew Mitcham HaTachana, an old train station, like you said, very, very stylish. They did their like this entire, they brought the runway and
Right.
the great entry and everything, which is kind of like new and kind of nice.
Right.
I would like to have more an urban view, like in New York and
Right.
London. So it's very synthetic in some way because it's a building that got renewed. And
Right,
it's,
definitely.
It's kind of vintagey.
Yeah, the whole old train station, even like the area, there's different bars and
Yeah,
restaurants. They're all
it's
really
Family friendly.
right.
Yeah.
But this is a different scenery from last year. We talked, I don't know,
Yes.
last week too. I don't remember when you were here. When we talked about Tel Aviv Gindi Fashion
Yes.
Week, where it was in the,
in
Gindi
the mall
Fashion Week
when it was
mall.
under construction. So
Right.
we don't have an actual concept this year. So this year, the agenda is that all women are beautiful. There's a lot of talking. I think it's a backlash from for the Me Too, Time's Up movement.
Right.
This is like the Israeli
Take on it.
Yes. Okay.
So with the Gideon Aberson
Yes.
show, he had a lot of models who weren't your typical,
Yeah.
they were, let's say, above 40,
Yeah,
right?
most of them were a lot above 40, and I really appreciate that step that he made because it's kind of saying in that way that, hey, this is my audience. I'm appreciating my audience,
Right.
and I want my audience to feel beautiful because
Why would I have 16-year-olds modeling my
Yes.
clothes if you're not going to be wearing
you
them?
can see all over the world so many brands that have models that are not suited for the audience because they want to sell some kind of dream, and people that don't look like that.
Definitely.
So one of the shows that had a really cool and nice agenda that I really liked, and I didn't like the way it was kind of made, was 24/7, which is a big commercial company. Whoever knows a little bit about the Israeli brands, you got Castro, you got Renoir, and
Right.
you got 24/7. It's basically mainly for girls. Most of their presenters and main models are teenage girls.
Teenager, mid-20s.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Tweens,
Yeah.
more of a tweens. And they did the concept. They brought young girls
Yeah, you
that
could see here.
there are not models. They brought something like 180 girls on the runway. And to see that beauty is in all shapes and all sizes and all hairs and all skins.
But I have to talk to you about Alon Livnai. He's one of Israel's most, well-known designers to come out of this country, and he's really famous in the States, specifically New York. Here is part of his collection. How do you feel about that?
Actually, I really like the stuff and I really like the vibe because it's more me, it's more niche, it's more what I like. I like streetwear, I like latex and all these kinds of like piercings and
Right.
such. But it's kind of like Moschino did like I don't know how many collections ago. It's not something new. It's new in Israel because Israel can be sometimes really conservative, not because of religion, because of, the mainstream here. We're a small country and
Right.
there's a small amount of people. So like the niche
Yeah.
is like a little % of the population. There's no actual crowd for this kind of outfits.
I really, really, really 100% agree. Specifically, Alon Livnai, he was the most talked about designer at
Yes.
Fashion Week specifically, along with Bananhot, but that's a little bit more bathing suits. It's less, in my opinion, crazy
more-
runway
and-
fashion
yeah,
right now.
it's more mainstream.
Right. So I did like his presentation. I thought
Yes.
that it was cool. Yeah, this outfit I really like.
No, there's an amazing presentation. This is an international presentation.
This is
that
beautiful.
piece is beautiful. You can
Right.
see like there's a show. That's an actual
Definitely.
show. You're not just showing clothes. There's like a creative thought between every, there's a connection between the piercing, between the hair, between
the belts, the hoops, every
everything.
accessory that they're doing.
But it's new in Israel.
Right.
It's not new international. And what the Israeli Fashion Week have to realize that if we want to be a part of the international community, we gotta step things up.
You could have done it in a much more creative way,
Yes.
really stepped out of the box, especially with this kind of brand. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope for next year's a little bit more surprising.
But I have to mention that there were two shows that I like. I liked Rima Romano.
Okay.
Which she actually she closed her shop and her brand. She did like there's sort of like debut, like, you know, like a really cool show that you show her abilities. She did it with a commercial partnership with Reebok.
Okay.
And also Vivi Blanche that just like opened the entire gala at the first day. It was really cool. There's a lot of celebrities, and his gowns are like
drop dead gorgeous.
Yes.
Obsessed. I'm in love, and I think that those are actually.
I want to get married
so
and
those
buried.
those are fashion, in my opinion. I
Yes.
really loved it, and thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
As per usual, Noah will be back next week to talk about whatever it is that's going on in Israeli or international news and updates. So make sure to tune in. Now, for all of those asking what I've been wearing on today's show, my jewelry is from the LA-based Tomasini, and I'm in an Alexander Wang drop-dead gorgeous dress brought by the amazing Aya Ashkenazi, owner of the luxury pre-owned designer online store, Ayuchka, linked below. And with that comes the end of today's episode. Thanks to all our guests who came in, and for all you viewers who missed even a second of the show, go check us out on iltv.tv/Israel in Style. See you next time.
Bogdi.